I think we get rid of Harvey Swinestein.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the first 4 episodes of the brand new series of Clarkson's Farm, Season 4. Right, okay, I am a big fan of this show. I've watched and reviewed all 3 seasons so far on the channel. I've been a big fan of Clarkson's Farm. I was a big fan of the Grand Tour, and also a big fan of Top Gear, so, you know. But I think this is probably my favourite show that Clarkson does, or has done. As much as I love Top Gear and Grand Tour, I just think this is a stroke of genius, really, this show. I've always thought it was highly entertaining, very funny, but incredibly educational too, and he's doing wonders for the farming community in the sense of shining a light on it. So, you know, props to Clarkson, really, for doing that. So, yeah, the first 4 episodes, certainly in the UK, have dropped on Amazon now. The first episode's called Soloing. And if you see the trailer, essentially Clarkson's been left to run the farm on his own in the first episode. The reason being his Lisa's off doing some perfume course or something. And Caleb, who is now famous, he's doing a UK tour to promote his book that he's done. So while Clarkson is very happy for Caleb, because he's got a lot of affection for him, to have this fame, 15 minutes of fame sort of thing, is in lumber, basically, because Clarkson left alone to run a farm is not a good thing. Even though he's been doing it for a few years now, he's learnt quite a lot, he ain't still ready to run a farm on his own. So he needs help. So we are introduced early on in this episode to a young lady called Harriet, who Charlie brings in to help Clarkson run the farm. She turns out to be a brilliant help, very much like Caleb in a sense of she's lived a bit of a sheltered life, never seen Clarkson's Farm, the show, all that kind of stuff, but she turns out to be really good, and she's got great chemistry with Jeremy. So great addition. So that's essentially what, like, the first episode is focusing on, sort of thing. Him on his own, and then getting some help with Harriet. Now the theme this time, most of the Clarkson's Farms seasons have like a theme sort of thing, or a project. First season it was the farm shop. The second season it was the restaurant, I think. Third season it was the competition between Clarkson and Caleb. And this time round, Clarkson comes up with a brilliant idea. He wants to open a pub. Charlie's not happy about this, as he's never happy about most things he comes up with. But his reasoning is he wants to open a pub outside the current council district that he's in, because they've been such a pain in his backside. And he wants this pub not only to sell his own produce and have like affordable meals for people. He wants to sell other farmers' produce as well. So he wants a pub, but he also wants a farm shop, and he also wants a butcher's. So he's got very specific agenda that he wants for this pub. So you get to see him in, well, the next few episodes, really, him kind of pub searching. He finds a couple that are that tick a lot of the boxes. The first one, he comes into the usual problems with the councils, giving him a hard time. Honestly, I don't know what is wrong with councils in the UK. Their reasoning is, if he opens this pub, essentially it's going to be busy. But nobody has made a success of this pub. It's had 8 owners in 10 years. So his argument is, well, of course, I want to make it successful. Of course, people are going to come. So that was their main objection, that, well, it's going to get busy, isn't it? Madness. And they also finds another location, another pub that looks even more perfect. However, it would seem that a part that's connected to it, a piece of land that's connected to the pub that they don't own, is where people tend to go. General public and be intimate with each other is the best way I can put it. And the council won't change what it's used for, sort of thing. So the pub that he wants to buy, he has no power to do anything about what happens on that piece of land. So he He's struggling to find the right location. However, if you follow Jeremy Clarkson at all, you know that he does have a pub now. So obviously it does come to fruition. We haven't got to the point in the show yet where he finds the right pub and starts renovating it. But that's obviously going to happen. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out, sort of thing. So yeah, it's brilliant. Once again, Caleb returns. I think, is it episode 3 he comes back? I think it is. We've had a lot of footage this year with pigs. There's a little tiny one that Clarkson nicknames Richard Ham. There's a boar that they bring in, obviously, to mate with the girl pigs. It's a bit of a bully, so Lisa names it Harvey Swinestein. Again, it's very, very funny. It's witty. Clarkson goes tractor shopping. His Lamborghini is basically seen its better days. It needs changing. It needs a new tractor. So he essentially gets a lot of people to bring a lot of tractors for him to kind of have a look at which is the best. So you get to see him choosing a new tractor in this series. And it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. There's very little I can give you in regards to criticism. I can only really say if you have tried to watch Clarkson's Farm and it's not for you, then this isn't going to win you over. But if you've been watching the show and enjoying the show, it's very much more of the same. Familiar faces, fun moments, very funny, very witty. Again, some eye-opening moments in regards to stats and figures and the troubles that farmers are having with governments, new legislations and all this kind of stuff. It's madness. It genuinely feels like our government is purposely trying to harm the farming industry. When you kind of watch shows like this, and it's kind of, they hold the mirror up to, what the government is doing. It's very, very frightening, really. So yeah, great fun. Very, very much looking forward to checking out the last 4 episodes. I think we're going to get another 2 next weekend, and the other 2 the weekend after. I think that's the case. I've seen the dates, but I can't remember what they are. So I will be tuning in for the last 4 episodes, and I will give you my final overview of Clarkson's Farm once we've got all the episodes and they've all dropped and I've watched them all. I'll give you my feedback, but let me know in the comments, guys. Are you going to be checking out Clarkson's Farm season 4? Very, very enjoyable. Had a great time watching it. It's just one of those shows where you can just put it on, put your feet up, and really just chill out and watch and just have a good time watching it, because it is a great, great TV show. So thanks for checking out this review, guys. I hope you liked it. I will see you again very, very soon.